Do you know that Vali won the race on the motorway?
Yeah, we had a good laugh and
That's
expression.
like training and experience and really
Oh,
impressive. I wouldn't have bet that Vali wins it there. I thought she'd win it all the way to the motorway and then maintain.
so there's two things there because I spoke to Vale and Nina, and I was like, okay,
Okay.
I would have really put your guys' splits the other way around.
Yep.
And Vale said she was rode a bit messy and like made some mistakes, a couple, and maybe she can still afford to make a few mistakes where not everyone else can. And then I said to Nina, like I expected Nina to be just lay down the power, being more powerful than Valley. So I said to Nina, like this, like between the two of you, you guys kind of confused me. But then again, let's not forget, Vale has the best scrub whip. She can squash and ride jumps perfectly. Now Nina said maybe the skin. She basically, yes, she can power more, but she said she's a bit like. Can you imagine all of training hitting jumps, right? You're never really going to sprint as fast as you humanly can go and then hit a steeper than last year, a steeper lip. It's like, I guess you have to be comfortable doing speed and style to sprint that fast into jumps on the motorway. And Nina's just said there's literally one jump where she just overcleared it, and she said, "Is it the skin suit? Is it the what is it?" But she said basically that's it for her. Like if she could have just squashed one of the jumps better, she wouldn't have lost that time. And then hats off to Vale, and hats off to all those girls because they each other's biggest competitors, and they go to these cool like islands. I forget which ones they go to, but they do all these like road camps in the winter. And these are girls that are battling for podiums and wins, and they're all training together. So it's pretty cool to see the camaraderie amongst the girls, and they're keeping it fun on their off-season training camps. And but Vale is definitely she's like loves a new team, and she definitely would have put down like she's super powerful rider when it comes to throwing down the pedals as well. Um, yeah, so yeah, like you said, you wouldn't have the result with Nina and Vale. It's going to be. I just think it's and then Tane being in the mix with her taking one of the wins. It's going to be Vale sort of can maybe be a bit more confident, but now the other Nina and Tane can definitely see that they can definitely beat Vale. So yeah, and this is what we predicted. I think the women's racing is maybe going to be more exciting than the men's, and it's going to be as exciting for sure. And they've definitely shown that we need 15 women next year. We needed it this year, we needed it last year, but 100% to go from the to cut it down to 15. Who Pom Pom didn't even make it in, so she's going in her quali run. And she's like had finally back to racing, and then a mistimed injury in Queenstown, just like Annie Colbert, his mistimed injury in Queenstown. Anyway, she was in her run pushing hard, and then she's like, oh, hang on, I've got to race again this afternoon. I'm going to ease back and save a bit, because she in her head knows what a top 10 time is. And when she crossed the line, she's like, yeah, that's a top 10 time. And she was 16th. And she said in 1 year, her that margin used to be a top 10, and now it's like not even top 15. Um, so yeah, so then to cut that 15 down to 10 for the final, yeah, not acceptable really. Um, yeah. Sorry, my answers are so long-winded that I forget what the question was by the end of it.
There's not always a question. That's why we just go, and it's great. But no, the storylines unfortunately was like, where would Miriam be? And you've just answered
Yeah,
that. She might have misjudged it, might not have been as fit with that ill-timed injury. Like, what a bummer. But she'll bounce back. She's not going to make that mistake again.
she
But
looked good.
Tane
She
being
looked
back,
really good.
yeah, and but Tane, that's aggressive. Like as you spoke, we said in the hardline review, that'll probably give her some confidence. It was smart that she maybe sat out the race, but that's going to give her
Oh,
confidence. She's had a full off
yeah,
season. There's the new
yeah.
bike. There's the speed suit that Loic wishes he looked as sexy as Tane could look in a speed suit, but that's why he doesn't have a speed suit. So we're at the point where, yeah, it's not just Valley's to lose. It's like these other ladies could lose it as well in terms of like they can win a race. It's not like Valley has to mess up for them to win a race. We knew she'd be strong. We knew Valley would be strong, but Nina showed that on that track it really suits her. Tane is only going to build confidence, and then Cami just silently sneaking onto the podium. I think the nice calculated ride, and then I'm sure you've got a lot to say with Gloria. I mean,
Yeah, I
surprised or not surprised? Like, I don't think I'm
no,
surprised. She was so strong and fit down the bottom. It was like she was great.